Okay, guys. Here we go. It looks like, and I haven't said this before, but I think it's time to prepare for the inevitable, which is probably around the corner. I did a video on a kit I came up with to possibly fight respiratory viruses, including this COVID-19. Sorry, guys, I lost my voice and I'm barely getting it back. Anyway, I came up with this kit based on safe and common home treatments people usually use for pneumonia, flu, bronchitis, and nasal infections. With a basic colloidal silver, and I swapped out the basic colloidal silver, one that met the requirements of a 2003 university study to fight SARS, which is another form of coronavirus. It killed 90% of the virus within an hour, and it was recommended to be used in a nebulizer in the early stages. So basically that's what I replicated in a small little kit. And actually, right now it's just there's so much crap in the air here in Austin. Everything's in the red. I don't even have allergies and something's hit me. So yeah, it doesn't work on allergies. So just so you know, I did try it with another silver. But virus is not pollen or whatever the heck the case may be. Anyway, this sucker let the cat out of the bag early. It came out in December. I'm watching TV, and I talked about it in one of the first videos I did about, or the first video I did about this coronavirus. That if they were going to do something, there was a new virus, and seemed like it transmitted easily from person to person. They should have quarantined right away and checked people right away. Now, when I found out that happened like 2.5 weeks prior, and they still hadn't done anything, that was it. I knew it was too late. Right? They had mass banquets for the New Year's. You know there's something going on, spreading. You have people together eating, and they let that happen. It's too late. Right? So they messed it up from the beginning. This sucker seems to have a R0 value between 4 to 6, so we'll just say 5. The flu, R0 value of 1. So the flu, where one infected person would infect one person on average, COVID-19, one person tends to infect like 5 on average, it seems. So that can grow pretty quick, right? Spanish flu, that when a lot of people got infected, and 1%, R0 value of 1. So one person got sick, they infected one person. Right? Now it's not the same as that. Mortality rate, maybe as high as 5%. Low end 3. It's rising a little bit, but it's still not quite a H5 or something like that. 60% mortality. It's not that high yet, so I'm not that concerned. It seems to be the compromised immune system, elderly, the more susceptible people. So that's nothing out of the ordinary really yet. So that's something to think about. But that's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is shortages, and we're going to get to that in a sec. But I want to tell you why I think this is going to be inevitable. Right? I want you to understand why I believe that's going to happen. So, on average, one person will infect 5. Right? The Diamond Princess patients, some of them tested negative. This one guy, I think, he tested negative until an hour before he was going to be released. An hour from really effing up big time, man. Right? They caught him, they held him on there longer, extended the stay. There's now a taxi cab driver in, I think, South Korea that had been in contact with a patient from the Diamond Princess who had been let off after testing negative, who then tested positive 27 days later. So these people were being let out after 2 weeks when they should be quarantined for a month. And again, asymptomatic, you walk around with no signs of infections and infect other people. And there's evidence this is aerosol. That's like the worst. Where some viruses, particles, droplets, and you spit, you sneeze or something, yeah, it can go maybe, up to 20 feet or something, usually 6, but up to 20 feet. A sneeze and it'll settle to the ground after a little while. Whereas an aerosol, those particles, they can float. It's like when you walk in an old building, the sunlight's coming in, and you can just see particles just floating in the sun. They're not going anywhere. They're just dancing in a circle in the air. That is aerosol. If this sucker is aerosol, somebody that coughs in a grocery store and you walk in that aisle an hour later, you can breathe that in. You might even be able to get that through your eyes. That seems to be highly probable. Any mucous membranes, right? So, you know, you're talking, it gets in your mouth while you're talking and walking through that aisle that somebody coughed an hour earlier. You breathe it in, it gets in your eyes. You know, if it's that case, then people are going to get sick. It's going to spread. Again, the mortality rate is not insane. The 5 is bad, but it's not like insanely bad. It's really bad. But when the news gets out, right now there's a few people stocking up. You look at masks, right? I've got these, and I wanted to show y'all. I got these at Dollar Tree a while back, okay? I picked these up at Dollar Tree a long time ago. I always say get, you know, inexpensive stuff at Dollar Tree. Get what you can there, you know. And looking, I went back to see if there's any more. Nothing. Sold out. They've been sold out forever, right? If you go on the Dollar Tree website, it'll say pack of 10 for $1. And I'll show you this Walmart link. This they're selling them on Walmart $359. It got it set up for a packet of 4. You can buy one for $98.99, right? $90 for a $1 box of masks, but they give you free shipping. So that's the kind of stuff that you're going to see as things start to disappear. And there's only a few people really putting up. Your average Joe isn't worried about it at all. Now that's going to happen with other things. So this, in the last video I said, go to the hardware store, paint stores and stuff, pick up some masks, right? N95s, I got a ton of those put up. These are more for like people that are already sick, right? N95 are somebody that's not sick. People that are sick, to reduce spread, would wear these. This is what they're better for. Now, is this better than nothing? Yes. Is this better than a dust mask? Yes. Those dust masks that look like an N95, they're not as good as this, right? They'll stop dust, but that's about it. So it's better than a dust mask, but it's not as good as an N95. And they're disappearing already. And there's not that many people really stocking up. If everybody stocked up, then I can't imagine. Probably Wally World would have these for like $1,500 a box or something. I don't know. But I said, you know, pick up masks. You're going to need prescription medication. See if you can get extra. Right? Whatever over-the-counter meds you can get. Flu medicine, stuff like that. Emergency foods. I really would recommend, if you want to do it simple, those things have a shelf life, what, like 20, 25 years? Right? If you're not going to go out and do it yourself, then hey, I mean, go put them together yourself. Order some of that. I'll leave links in the description bar for you. Right? Bar soap. That's going to be very important, hard to come by. Feminine hygiene, hand sanitizer, hand soap, laundry detergent, pet food, baby formula, diapers, and soap. Of course, you better stock up. I'd say dry goods. Put some dry goods away. Canned goods. Dirt cheap. Get what you like. Get what you eat already. Put that aside. Buy extra when you go to the store. Okay? I'd also, let's say that things get really bad and they, you know, in China they're quarantining people in their house, just barring them in. Now, I don't see that happening here. But you could have martial law. It's a possibility. Right? That's really the only effective way to stop this thing. Keep people away from each other. And it has to be, I mean, if it takes a month, you probably would need like 2 months, you know, at least 6 weeks, but probably 2 months to make sure you really got it down. That could happen. So you would want to go out. Stay at home as much as possible. So I definitely recommend canned food, dry goods, emergency food, some water jugs just in case, guys, and you put that aside. You need to act before everybody else acts. You remember the movie Contagion? And what's that, Grayson? I forget his character, but he's like a general or something. I don't know what he is, but he's like, we just have to make sure that nobody knows until everybody knows. So that's basically where we're at here. They don't want to cause a panic, right? So you need to use this time to load up on what you can, right? I recommend getting what you can. You know, go to Dollar Tree, pick up whatever you can. Look for prices. Just buy what you already eat. I would recommend getting some board games too. Let's say you're stuck inside for a long time. Man, Monopoly or something that can last for 8 hours, that may not be so bad, man. Some cards, stuff like that, just to pass your time, man. I mean, people can go nuts just stuck inside, man. Cabin fever, you know. I don't think it'll be like, what the hell, The Shining, not that bad, but I mean, shit. People are going to want to get outside so bad, keep them occupied, especially kids, man. You know, stressful time. Kids are all rowdy and everything. Hey, that might help out. But more importantly, go get some extra food and water and any medications you think you may need. That's number one. Number two, get stuff like hand sanitizer, bar soap, laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, stuff like that. Get what you can. If you're really tight on budget, you know, hell, even if you're not really tight on budget, go to Dollar Tree and stock up on what you can now. Get it while you can. If I'm wrong with any got stuff, you can just, hey, we dodged that bullet, you know. By some miracle, it doesn't get here in the U.S. when it, you know, it spreads so easily. I mean, one person in the airport like that, I mean, they let these people off that ship, tested positive. They had them all, the bus and everything sealed up. They let them out and they let them get into subways and trains and taxis and stuff. I mean, come on now. If the people in charge aren't using their head, man, you know, you better use your head. That's the people that you want to rely on. Somebody that had just pulled out of quarantine, I'm going to seal up this bus and I'm going to let him get on a subway train, let him get a subway or let him get on the taxi or get on a bus. Those are the brains of the operation that you're going to rely on. Go to the store and get what you can now. I've been putting up a little bit aside, even more, you know, something I usually do, rotate stuff, keep a little on hand. Now I'm stocking up a little bit more, right? And my wife, man, she's prepping faster than I ever did, I'll tell you. So anyway, like I said, I don't think we're going to get out of this. I think it's going to happen. I don't want that to happen, unless by some miracle we dodge a bullet, but just in case, guys, this could be very bad. You know, I don't see martial law, reason for martial law in many circumstances, but this one, I could see it probably happen if it got here and got that bad. So again, you don't want to go out. It's going to be hard as hell to avoid something like this. Money, that's going to be, oh, money's filthy. You know, look at how much bodily fluids and drugs are money. Look up, Google what percentage of money has drugs or bodily fluid all over it. I mean, money's pretty filthy, man. Somebody coughing in a gas station restroom that you go in to take a leak and the particles float there for an hour. It can get in your eyes. It's going to be hard to avoid this. It's going to spread. People are going to panic. They're going to go to the store and they're going to wipe the shelves. So you don't want to be the last guy in that line. You want to be ahead of the game. Right? And like bar soap, stuff like that, it doesn't go bad. It'll last for a long time. And if I'm wrong, well, there you go. You're stocked up. If I'm right, you got it for yourself. If you buy too much, you can barter with that. It'll be like gold. Okay? Anyway, I'm not trying to panic you guys. You know, use your head. You panic, you can't think straight, you're not going to make wise decisions. But this could happen. Especially when the people in charge are not using their heads. Again, I forgot if I mentioned this or not, but this kit I put together with nebulizing colloidal silver, I heard on Watchdog, it was a Dr. Peterson, I forget, I'm sorry. But he was talking about the Chinese ordering these huge nebulizers and spraying the hallways and rooms with colloidal silver, with ionic silver. I don't know if that's true or not. If you guys have any links or something, please leave it. I would love to do some reading on that. That's very similar to this kit that I put together, and I really am interested, but I cannot find anything on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Do not panic. Use your head. make use of this time. If I'm wrong, you're stocked up for a little bit. You'll sleep a little better at night. If I'm right, you'll be damn glad you did. Alright guys. Best of luck to you guys. Come on now. You can make it. Get up. Don't panic. Go to the store. Pick up a little bit every time you go. And you'll be just fine. Use your head. It's not that big of a deal. Until you make it a big deal. Until you wait. Until things are empty and people are panicking and you're out there looking for stuff. Alright? Use your head. You got time now. While nobody's looking. Right? You got plenty of time. You can make it happen if you act now. Not now, but right now. Alright. Y'all have a good one. Use your head. Stay ahead of the curve, man.